Dear children, welcome to the video class. Grade 8, Chapter 2, Microorganism, Friend and Foe. Dear children of grade 8, welcome to the science class. It gives me an immense pleasure to meet you all in this class. Today we are going to start the Chapter 2, Microorganisms, Friend and Foe. Okay, what is meant by microorganisms? The other name for microorganisms is microbes. They are very tiny organisms. They cannot be seen with the naked eye. They can be seen only through the microscope. So, we know that the virus, bacteria, fungi and the protozoans are microorganisms. Okay, coming to the virus, nowadays we are in a threat of coronavirus. So that's why the schools are stopped and online classes are going on, isn't it children? Okay, according to us, the microorganisms are very bad for us. Not like the children, microorganisms are friend. At the same time, it is a foe. Friend means it is giving many uses to us. Foe means they are enemies. Okay, so what does it mean? Microorganisms, they have advantages. At the same time, they also have the disadvantages. In this chapter, we are going to see how the microorganisms are beneficial to us. At the same time, how are they harmful to us? So, microorganisms, friend and foe is our chapter. Okay, children, shall we go for the chapter? Yes, children. Okay. So, I already told you, okay, so we see several kinds of plants and animals around us, isn't it? All are living organisms. So, plant is a living organism, animal also a living organism. But there are many living organisms around us. Okay, there are many living organisms around us. I told you they are called as microorganisms or microbes. Okay, they are called as microorganisms or microbes. Okay, so where they cannot be seen with our naked eye, only they can be seen with the magnifying glass. Okay, so such organisms are called microorganisms. Have you understood? Now let us go for the topic 2.1. Okay, so activity 2.1, collect some moist soil from the field in the beaker and add water to it, and we have to allow the soil particles to settle, and we have to take this drop of water and we have to see under the microscope. So what do we see? Okay, the soil contains many microbes, so we can see very tiny organisms in the microscope. We cannot see with the naked eye. So that's why our parents, they used to say don't play in the soil. Okay, then activity 2.2. Take a few drops of water from a pond, spread on a glass slide and observe through the microscope. We have to collect some water from the ponds and we have to see the microscope. If we see through the microscope, we can see very tiny organisms, that is called microorganisms or microbes. Okay children, so what do we understood from this observations? We can observe that the soil and the water contains very tiny organisms that they are called as microbes. Okay, now you see, take a bread and moist it and keep it for 2 days. So what do we see? You can see black patches. Okay, you can see black patches. Okay, there is no need to see that with the magnifying glass or with the microscope. So we can see with the naked eye itself. So that is also microorganisms. Okay? Yes, now we are going to classify the microorganisms into 4. Okay? Take your pencil and underline children. Bacteria, fungi, protozoa and algae. Okay? Then one more very special microorganism is there. So that is viruses. That is virus. They are also microscopic. Okay, they are also microscopic. So what is meant by microscopic? They are also very small and they can also be seen with the microscope only. So what they do means these viruses will reproduce only inside the living organism. Okay, so what does it mean? they can live inside the bacteria, or they can live inside a plant, or they can live inside the animal, and they will reproduce. So what is the meaning of reproduce? Reproduce means multiplication. 2 will be converted into 4, 4 will be converted into 8. So like that they will multiply in a larger manner. Okay, so this corona is also a virus. So when they enter into the body, they multiply and they cause many problems to us. Isn't it, children? Yes. Okay, so what are the groups of microorganisms? Bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae and virus. Now let us see the disease caused by the virus. Okay, so common problems such as cold, influenza and coughs, and serious diseases like polio, chickenpox. What is meant by polio? Polio means that there will be some disorder in the legs. The legs will be bending, and the people suffering from polio cannot walk as a normal person. Chickenpox, we know that. We used to say amma, isn't it? So that are the diseases that are caused by virus. Here children, you will be having one doubt. This chickenpox is caused because of heat. That was our parents and our elders, they used to say, isn't it? But this chickenpox is a disease because of virus. Okay. Then dysentery. Okay, you know about dysentery and malaria. So these are caused by protozoans. Okay, these are caused by protozoans. Then typhoid fever and tuberculosis. So these are caused by bacteria. Okay, children, have you all understood, children? Have you all underlined? Yes. Now come to the second page. In the second page, you can see the sum of the bacteria. So this is a spiral bacteria. So this is the bacteria in rod shape. And this is the algae. Okay. So algae is the common name. In that Chlamydomonas is one of the algae, and Spirogyra is the algae. Algae means they can prepare their own food. No, we have studied in 7th standard. Did you recall, children? Yes, children. Then protozoan. Protozoan means amoeba is a protozoan. You know, children, there is no definite shape for amoeba, and paramecium is also a protozoan. Then coming to the fungi. Okay, bread mold. Okay, so what is meant by bread mold? Bread mold means that dark patches, black patches on that bread is called bread mold. And penicillium, okay, it is an antibiotic. Somebody, if we suffer from any fever or any problem, we used to apply penicillium injection, no? So this is penicillium. And aspergillus, so these are fungi. Okay, so these are the diagrams. Okay, go through the diagrams. I will ask these diagrams to draw in the activity. Okay, children? Yes. Then a special one. Okay, so nowadays this has changed the world. Okay, from the growing nation to the poor nation. So this virus is doing a problem in all, isn't it? So this is virus. So this is the structure of the virus. Okay, so this virus can grow only inside the living organism. Okay, children, have you all understood? Shall we go for the next topic? Yes. Then 2.2, where do microorganisms live? Okay, so where do they live? Okay, I told you, no, bacteria, fungi, virus, algae, protozoans. So these are microorganisms. So listen, children, they can survive in all types of environment, either from ice cold to hot springs to deserts. Okay, so they can grow inside the body of the humans, animals. Okay, then they can live alone also. They may exist in groups also. Okay, they may live in marshy lands also, wasteland also. Okay, so these microorganisms are found everywhere. Okay, yes. Then come to the topic 2.3. So we are going to see the microorganisms around us. I told you, no, some microorganisms are beneficial and some are harmful to us, isn't it? Now we are going to see what are the microorganisms beneficial to us. That is friendly microorganisms. Okay, so the first point is these microorganisms are used for preparing curd, bread and cake. Okay, so the curd is also a bacteria only promotes milk into curd, and there are some microorganisms that helps in making of this bread and cake. Okay, see this microorganisms used for production alcohol also. Okay, then they are helpful in cleaning the environment. Okay, cleaning the environment means some waste are present in the environment, isn't it? Animal faces, dead bodies, animal vegetable peels. So these microorganisms, they will decompose these wastes and they will release nutrients to the soil. They are also used in medicines also. They are also used in fixing nitrogen to the plant. You have already studied in 7th standard that the plants cannot absorb nitrogen. Some bacteria are helpful in converting this nitrogen into useful forms. So that and all we are going to see here. Okay children? Yes. Now the first advantage is making of curd and bread. Okay. So milk is turned into curd by bacteria, isn't it? Yes. The milk is turned into curd by bacteria. So there are some bacteria, they promote milk into curd. Okay. See Pahali, how your mother will set curd? She will take warm milk and what they will do? They will add little amount of curd and they will close it. After leaving it for 5 hours or 12 hours, whole the milk will be turned into curd. Isn't it children? Yes. Underline the word. Okay. So the name of that bacteria is lactobacillus. What is the name of the bacteria? Lactobacillus. So this lactobacillus will be present in the curd. And adding this curd into milk, they multiply. Okay, multiply means 2 will be converted into 4, 8, like that. They will be going on multiplying in a large manner and converts the whole milk into curd. Okay, so this is also used for making cheese, pickles and other food items also. Have you all understood children? Shall we go for the next one? Yes, then one more activity is given for you. Okay, so are you interested in eating cake? Okay, so which is the material used for making the cake? Maida, isn't it? Okay, listen children, they have taken maida and they have yeast powder and they added yeast powder. So what is meant by yeast? Yeast is a microorganism. So they are adding yeast in warm water and they are leaving it for 2 hours. After that what happens? See, the maida has raised, isn't it? The maida has raised. So what is the reason for that? Okay, underline the word. Okay, so what this yeast will do? Yeast is a microorganism that they will reproduce rapidly and they produce carbon dioxide during respiration. So we also release carbon dioxide during respiration, isn't it children? So like that the yeast is also releasing carbon dioxide during respiration and the volume of the the volume of the maida has increased. Okay, so it increases its volume. So this is also used for making breads, pastries, cakes and pizza and all. Okay children, have you all understood? Yes. Now we are going to see the commercial use of microorganisms. So what is meant by commercial use? If this product is sold means we will be getting some money. So that is commercial use. Okay. So this is used for the preparation of alcohol. Okay. This is used for the preparation of alcohol, wine and acetic acid. Okay. So for this what we used to do means we used to take the natural sugars. Okay, natural sugars is present in barley, wheat, rice and crushed fruit juice. Okay, so that we used to take. Okay, then what we have to do? We have to add yeast. Okay, then we have to add yeast. So we have to take the natural sugar that is present in rice, barley, wheat or crushed fruit juice. To that we have to add some yeast. And we have to close that and we have to keep it for few days or we can keep it for 1 day. So after the days we can open and we can see, we can feel the smell of alcohol. That is the rice, that is the crushed fruit. The yeast will convert these into alcohol. So this reaction is called fermentation. What this reaction is called? Fermentation. Now all of you underline. The process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is called fermentation. Sugar is converted into alcohol. That process is called fermentation. Okay, so this fermentation was discovered by Louis Pasteur in the year 1857. Who discovered this fermentation? Louis Pasteur. So in the year 1857. Okay, now we are going to see the medicinal use of microorganisms. Okay, so when we fall ill, when we have cough or when we have cold or we have some other problem, dysentery or something, okay, the doctor, he will use the tablets for that problem, and he also mentioned some antibiotic tablets, isn't it? Either in the form of capsules or in the form of tablets or in the form of injections he used to give, isn't it? So one of that is called penicillin. Okay, so this is called antibiotics. This is called antibiotics. So what they will do means they will kill or stop the growth of disease causing microorganisms. Okay, so these medicines, they will kill or stop the growth of disease causing microorganisms. So these medicines are called antibiotics. Okay, so these antibiotics are prepared from bacteria and fungi. Okay, streptomycin, tetracycline and erythromycin is also given. Okay, you have you check if you have the doctor prescription with you. Okay, he will be describing some of the antibiotics. So these antibiotics are made from bacteria and fungi. Okay, so they will kill the disease causing microorganisms in our body. Okay, penicillin, streptomycin. Okay, understand clearly, listen the pronunciation. Streptomycin, tetracycline, erythromycin. So these are some of the antibiotics. Okay, listen children. Okay, so an information is given. Okay, in 1929, Alexander Fleming, he is the biologist. Okay, he is working on the culture of disease causing bacteria. Okay, so what happens? Suddenly from the bread mold, okay, one of the mold, not a bread mold, one of the mold, okay, it kills some bacteria. So he found that has some antibiotic activity. Okay, penicillin was prepared from that only. Okay children, yes. Then, okay, so antibiotics can be also mixed with livestock and poultry to check the microbial infection in animals. Okay, so they will mix with the poultry item, and they will feed on that they will feed on livestock, and they will check how it affects in animals. Okay, an important thing is there. Okay, so listen children, I already told you these antibiotics are made from fungi. They will kill the disease causing organisms. So these antibiotics should be taken only by the advice of a qualified doctor. Okay, if we take this in wrong doses means it will kill the beneficial bacteria in our body. In our small intestine there is many beneficial bacteria. They helps in absorption of the digested food. If we take without the prescription of the doctor means it causes many problems. It will kill the beneficial bacteria in the body. And this antibiotics should not be taken against cold and flu because they are caused by virus. Okay, when we suffer from cold and flu which is caused by virus, we should not take the antibiotics. Okay, because this antibiotics will be effective against bacteria only, it is not effective against virus. Okay children, have you all understood children? Go through the video, take notes and do the activity. So we will be seeing this vaccine in the next class. Okay children? Dear children, your activity for this class is you have to draw the figure 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4 and 2.5. So while drawing, draw neatly and write the headings also. Then write 20 keywords in page number 18, 19, 20. Okay, you find some hard words and you write with spelling. Okay, then the third one is you have to write short note on antibiotics. So this is your activities. Write neatly, do properly and submit to your class teacher. Okay children, if you have any doubt, feel free to ask me. Okay, meet you in the next class. Thank you children. See you again.